Welcome to Healey Dell Nature Reserve in Rochdale, Manchester. My name is Jaan and this is my first vlog. I'm originally from Pakistan and shifted to the UK 6 months ago. I had a brainwave that now I have immigrated to the UK. Why don't I explore and share my perspective of the UK in comparison to Pakistan and share it with you guys? So the first place that I've selected is this, Healey Dell Nature Reserve, and what a beautiful place this is. Healey Dell is 22 miles and 42 minutes from central Manchester. We will use the ring road and the motorway to reach Rochdale, and then another 5 minutes to reach Healey Dell. This is an exploratory vlog. We will explore the place both physically and historically and enjoy the nature while we are there. The drive there is going to be beautiful. So let's see how my first trip turns out, and God willing, we'll be doing more trips like this. Now let's start the drive with a prayer to the Almighty. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Hopefully, we'll have a good day today and you will enjoy as well. Well, a lot of people say UK has terrible weather along with other things, but I feel it's a beautiful country. Fine, it doesn't have big towering mountains like in the northern areas of Pakistan, but whatever attractions are there are breathtaking. They're maintained and the facilities are pretty nice. You get everything that you need as a tourist in this country. So I've just left my house. I'll drive for 30 minutes and then take a small break, and then in another 20 minutes we'll be there. During the drive, I'll keep chatting with you guys along the way, sharing my experiences in this new country. If you watch this video to the very end, I guarantee that you will enjoy it. This road takes you outside of Manchester. Rochdale is part of Greater Manchester, but it's just right at the very edge of its boundary. So we'll take the ring road, and from there we'll make our way to Rochdale. Look at this church. The churches here are beautiful. I've been in one so far. I studied at a boarding school made by the British in 1860 back home. There we used to have a church just behind the junior wing of the school. It's identical to this one. So this road is used to exit from Manchester and get on the ring road. You can also use this to travel to Salford or Liverpool. Speed limit is 30. It's usually 30 on all small roads, then on 40 and 50 on dual carriage, and 70 on the motorways. Now to get onto this road, we'll have to stop here, look behind in the mirror, and if we get a space, we'll move out on the main road and then move a little further to the middle, right before that cut there. Just like that, and now we're on the ring road. The weather was beautiful a while back. It was partly sunny, but now the clouds have come back out of nowhere. So the limit on this road is 30, and these guys are overtaking me. So if there are no cameras, no one follows the law here. It's just a big myth. And the interesting thing is that you know where the cameras are on the navigation. I think the real civic sense would have been if you follow the law, even if there are no cameras. Is that you can't listen to music or you'll have a copyright strike on YouTube. That's the only downside of making a vlog. Other than that, I think it's an amazing career. People have done so well for themselves. I've been planning for a long time to start a vlog but couldn't find any time to do so. As soon as I came here, I was overwhelmed with things I needed to do to integrate into the society, like getting a house, a driver's license, setting up all the utilities, and to start earning as quickly as possible, because if you're not earning in this country, it's a tough life. Thankfully, I got a job early. I can choose my own hours and days to work, so that's like an added bonus. Casino, I've seen a lot of them here in the UK. This and the lottery is everywhere. You can get a lottery ticket for an average price of what, £3? I used to work in grocery stores. I used to handle Philip Morris kiosks, and there, anybody who would come in for grocery would buy a lottery ticket of some sort. The lottery in itself would make millions of pounds and give a small portion of that to the winner and keep the rest. It's an interesting business model, don't you think? They usually advertise how they spend the money on good causes and charities, but who checks that? So we have reached Salford. It's right next to Manchester City, but it's still part of Greater Manchester as one of the 10 metropolitan boroughs. So we'll just cross Salford and we are about to switch to the motorway. The speed limit here is 70. We will turn the cruise control on and relax. As this is adaptive cruise control, as the car in the front increases speed, so would I. See? Now we'll quickly try to get there. The motorways here are just like the ones we have back in Pakistan. These ones are a bit cleaner, the signs are a bit different. This changes from 3 to 5 lanes just like back in Pakistan. I actually don't really find a difference from driving here and back home. In the beginning it was very tough to adapt because the enforcement here is very particular. You can't drive slow in the fast lane, among with other rules that you need to follow. Back home that was much more relaxed. I saw people driving heavy vehicles in the fast lane. In my navigation app from the movie Venom, if you've watched it, and he never shuts up, just keeps me company. So the speed limit has changed to 60, so I'll bring it down to 60. I'm glad I hadn't missed this turn, or I would have had to take a detour of 10 miles and come back to this again. Ooh, this truck is getting incredibly close. So let me tell you about the variable speed limits that you can see up in that circle. You see the 60 mark? So these are the variable speed limits. The speed on the motorway is 70, but the system keeps changing it so as to better manage the traffic flow. So it prevents bottlenecks from forming. Very rarely will you see any bottlenecks as the system keeps managing it. Porsche Carrera. I really like this car, but it's just too expensive for me at least. Whoa, and there goes one of my favorite Japanese cars, the Subaru WRX. If you can see the map, it's showing a camera right ahead, so we have to watch our speed. See? Right in the corner, on the pole, there's the camera. Now that the variable speed limit of 60 is expired, so we'll get back to 70. And this guy is trying to come over to my lane, so I'll move over. I'm surprised how how green the UK is. You can see trees, bushes, and shrubs as far as I can see. If you add a little sunlight to the mix, it's really breathtaking views here. Here they've protected everything as it is. Even if they want to work on an infrastructure project, there are multiple feasibilities done as to its impact on the environment. And if a project is causing a significant impact, they don't go through with it at all. See that police car there hidden from the view? They remain hidden and come out as soon as they see a violation. Hopefully they don't stop me. I have attached all sorts of cameras to my car. There goes the Range Rover. The Range Rover seems like a national vehicle here in the UK. Anyone who has a bit of money will buy a Range Rover. It's really high in maintenance, but people still buy it for the prestige rather than the reliability. It is also stolen in high numbers. Back in Pakistan, vehicles are stolen from cities and are dismantled in the border regions of Afghanistan and Pakistan. Similarly here, Range Rovers are stolen from the cities in the UK, sent to Eastern Europe to dismantle, and is sold back to UK in parts. So I just don't get the economics of owning a Range Rover. The parts are expensive, the maintenance in itself is high, it has reliability issues, so I would rather have expensive Japanese like a Lexus. See those hills there? I think the reserve is there somewhere. I've already started to see cute little houses pop up on my left and right. Now my navigation is asking me to exit left. Finally the hills are here and the drive is going to turn only more beautiful. Getting back on city roads, we would reduce our speed to 40 and obviously then move on to 30 just to be in the legal limits of it. Birthplace of corporation. Interesting. I had to learn this the hard way, but whenever you want to turn right at a junction or even left like this, always look at a blue arrow. It will tell you which lane to go to, or you'll end up in a different lane with oncoming traffic. It has happened to me a couple of times when I started driving here. So if you ever drive here, keep a lookout for the blue arrow. See how the maintenance work is being done properly and orderly. Portion of the roads that needs maintenance is closed off. If this was Pakistan or even India, I suppose, you would see none of this. A lot of dust and pollution, people making their way through potholes and some of them getting stuck in them, even though it doesn't take much to do it in an orderly fashion. So now we are crossing the Rochdale city center. This building looks quite old. I wonder if it's a mosque. So on the left, you can see the Hopwood Hall College. You guys must be wondering, he's looking at everything like a tourist. That's exactly what I am. I am a tourist. I've never been here before, arriving here just 6 months ago as an immigrant. So I thought to myself that I wasn't able to explore my own country like I should have. Now that I am in the UK, I'd at least make an effort into exploring this place in detail. And I'll take you guys along with me as I'm in the UK for the foreseeable future. And once I explore this country, I'll try to explore the rest of Europe and then to the States. I would love to drive through America in a camper van that you can eat and sleep in. America has beautiful national parks. The one I'm going to right now is also a national park. Generally the impression that it has small houses. Well, that is the case in majority of middle class housing. But if you look at the houses on the right, they're absolute mansions. If you have the money, you have as much space as you like here. These ones on the left are also decent sized houses, like 5 to 6 beds. You will find Nissa local almost in every neighborhood, as we used to have our cash and carries on every corner. People have a lot of dogs here. I mean, I'm surprised to see. Every street I see someone walking their dogs. That's not very common in Pakistan. Folks, beautiful green overhang. Whenever I see this sort of green overhang, my day is made. Beautiful, breathtaking, and an amazing sight to behold. This is Healey Dell Nature Reserve, which sits on the bank of Spodden River. This is a beautiful place. It has a long history and a special place in the Industrial Revolution. It has thick jungles, waterfalls, and a 19th century railway viaduct, to name a few attractions. Historically, this place was instrumental in the progress of Rochdale as an industrial town. It used to house mills and factories powered by water and steam, which operated stone polishing mills, flour mills, and cloth mills. During World War II, there was a huge bomb factory here, whose remains have somehow been lost to the thick jungles here. Today, this is a nature reserve. It has a tea house modeled according to the 200-year-old Victorian design, a collection of waterfalls named Fairy Chapel, and intersecting trails that show the remains of factories and mills. This is an ecologically diverse place, where a lot of animal species enjoy protection from the government. Now let's explore this place in detail. So it's bank holiday today, so there are a lot of people here. After parking the car, we walked up to the central point. This is the starting point to explore this entire reserve, and we will also start from there. Okay, so let me give you a brief overview of the place and show you a map and then we'll go down to the old Victorian tea house. So as you can see here, the map, Healey Dell Nature Reserve. Currently we are here. If you start from the top, you'll see bluebells at the twin bridges, which we'll find behind the tea house. Then we have railway viaducts and the remains of a wood mill. There's also a stone rubbing mill. Then it's an area of national beauty. That's an overall impression here. Then we come down to the Tower Mill Church. It's a small stone bridge over the river. Then we have some breeding areas for frogs, a beautiful waterfall by the name of Fairy's Chapel, Broadway Mills, and lodges. Now we might not see any ducks today, but we'll try and see if we can find some. This is maintained by the Rochdale Council. So now that you've seen the map, let's move ahead. First, we'll go down back to the car park and take a look at the tea house, and then explore the trails behind the tea house. Then we'll come back up and go this side where all the other attractions are. Later, we'll take some aerial shots and we'll move to the nearest town, that is Rochdale, explore it, and that's where we end our vlog. Okay, so as you can see, there's a small tea house here. Looks like a really old building. Let me give you a full view of it. This is Healey Dell's tea house. This has been modeled according to the 200-year-old Victorian designs. It tells a few stories about its history that can be seen on its walls. Let's read some of them. Healey Dell Munitions Factory, 1941. It produced around 130 million 20-pound bombs and 25-pound shells before it was closed in 1943. Mostly women worked here. Now this is an aerial map. It says here it's not to scale, but it is made as close as possible. And this, if you take a closer look at this, is the first train that came in 1870 using the viaduct that I will show you later. To you, now this might look like a very relaxed nature reserve, but it has an extensive industrial and war history. It's been a bomb factory, it's been a stone mill, it has also been a cloth mill, and today it is a diverse ecosystem for many species of animals. Like the green woodpecker, this bird called the dipper, the sparrowhawk, this bat whose name I can't hope to pronounce. So it's a pretty diverse place. This river is coming from this side and going on that side. So let's see where this trail takes us. Looks kind of amazing. Here we can see the ruins of those mills we were talking about. Car parts are strewn across the floor. Hello? No, it does not echo in here. See how this tree has fallen across it? I wonder how long it has been there. This is the beauty of exploration. You always find something interesting. Now let's move ahead and we'll go to the other trail that we saw earlier. We will go on every trail we can find and explore everything we can. Let's see what we find ahead. First we'll do some groundwork, then we'll do some drone work. I hate it when I have to choose between two paths. Let's take the one going up for now, see what we find. So this trail reaches here, and by the looks of it, it finishes up here as well. It seems like I'm hiking in Nathia Gali, Pakistan. Look it up, I'm sure you're gonna like it. Look at this beautiful tree here. Looks like a beautiful ground here. Let's take a look at it from above. As you guys are enjoying the drone shots, I met a fellow Pakistani and a Pathan here. It was really nice meeting him. You just feel really good meeting your own people far away from home. By that, I don't mean that the locals have any issue whatsoever. I've got nothing but love so far in this country. But it's that affinity of your people that warms your heart when you see them. You can relate that there is someone else with me in the same boat. Well, to think of it, there is quite a lot of us here now. So it's just nice to talk to them when you see them out here. So the trail that we took going up comes here to this green top. You can compare this with Siri Pai back in Pakistan. I'm going to keep comparing areas here in Pakistan, so you can look up Pakistan. Maybe someday you'll visit there. It's a beautiful country. It's not quite as large, but you can relate. Now we'll catch a trail going down along the river and see what we can find there. We should see a small bridge here. You can start to hear the river flowing in the background. What is this? Looks like an old water piping system. Looks like a motor. What's in here? Looks like some sort of a quarter. I don't know. So this is your river, and across it is this footbridge. We'll use it to get across. This trail seems to go up but doesn't really go anywhere. Let's just cross the bridge. This trail took us back to the starting point I showed you earlier. Now we'll go towards the upper section where we'll explore the railway viaducts and the waterfalls. As Jim Carrey would say, beautiful. The light has reduced a bit, but I feel that it has added to the beauty of the place. You can see the viaduct I was talking about earlier. We would hike down and get a proper look at it. This is called a viaduct. It was built for trains to pass through. I showed you a picture down at the tea house. This down there is a thawed mill thirch, 2 stone hedges on the river, but you can't see most of it. But what we should really see are the viaducts. So people are going on that side. We want to see the viaducts. Let's go from this side. This is the bridge. Can you see? There is a bit of overgrowth, but you can see some of it. Just look at its structure and its thick pillars. I'm not sure if a trail goes down towards it. I can hear people down there, so there must be a way. Let's just attempt to get down there to the bridge so I can give you a full view of it. There we go. We have reached the viaduct. Look at the bridge. Oh man, I can't raise my head high enough. It's so tall. Looks like it was built by an alien. I need to take a picture of this. Where is my phone? Should this be a thumbnail? So these are the viaducts. Now let's move to the other side. Getting down the slope was pretty easy, but getting back up is going to be pretty tough. No worries, I have lived in a hill station back in Pakistan, Murray, you can look it up, for over 10 years. This British island can't scare me. I've handled steeper hills than these. Let's go down the other side that we saw earlier. Let's see what we can find down there. Can we finally see the waterfall we are after? If we find one, we'll take out the drone immediately. The sun has returned and it has made this place even more beautiful. The waterfall in the distance is looking awesome, but we'll have to climb further to get a better view. I will walk further uphill so the waterfalls of Healey Chapel can be seen in its full glory. The sound of a river flowing is a melody of its own. I love the sound of it. This is a very small river. I'll show you even bigger rivers when we get to Wales, God willing. But there's no comparison of the rivers here to rivers back in Pakistan. They're just so much more bigger and scary, like the river Swat and the river Kunnar in the Kagan Valley. I can see the waterfall clearly now. Wow, it looks beautiful. I'll have to climb down to it. The way down looked treacherous. I had a heavy bag and didn't really have hiking shoes on, but still, I decided to go down to the waterfall slowly. As I was approaching the waterfall in the distance, I could see a bigger waterfall that was calling out to me to come over. But there was no direct access to this waterfall and I had to jump a few rocks to get there. I called on the Almighty and headed that way. After a little struggle, I was standing in front of this beautiful waterfall. I stood there for a little while, thinking I could not have chosen a better place for my first vlog. Now, I want to share the beauty I see here with you guys. I hope you like what you see. I sat there beside the waterfall for about half an hour. I thought about exploring the closest town, Rochdale. Rochdale is a small town which has a long history. This city appeared for the first time in history by the name of Residam in the Domesday Book, which was a survey commissioned by William the Conqueror in 1086. In 1251, a cloth market was established here. It was named by the Royal Charter as Rochdale. Between the 700s and 1800s, Rochdale had become an industrial giant in the UK. It was all because of the Rochdale Canal and the Healey Dell industrial area. People started flocking to this place and the population started increasing. When we were driving here, you would have seen a board saying, "Welcome to the birthplace of cooperation." Well, Rochdale was the first place where weights and prices for goods were standardized, and then this practice was adopted by the whole civilized world. That's why it's called the birthplace of cooperation. The Gothic town hall of Rochdale was built in 1871, and it was such a stunning building back in the day that none other than Hitler wanted to shift it to Germany. Today, Rochdale is a quiet town where tech hubs and British heritage tourism is its main source of income. Now let's go and explore the town hall and the market surrounding it. Okay, let's start from here. This is the town center. If you stand right in the middle here, there in the distance you can see the town hall. Moving down, you'll see another old building right after the red brick. Red bricks is relatively new construction. You can see some shops down this line. Everything is closed today because it's bank holiday. The white buildings you see back there is the council offices. Then there is the Regal. It's a new mall that has opened up recently here in Rochdale. The white building you see in front of you is the pub, bar, meetup place, whatever you want to call it. It's a relatively small town. You can hear the clock tower now as we're moving towards it. We look at the town hall up close to see its architecture. I just love old buildings and their architecture and the history they hold. Here's the town hall a little closer. Oh, there is a statue here. Let's see who it is. Dame Gracie Fields was a legendary actress and comedian. She grew up while working in the mills of Rochdale and found stardom. She was one of the most famous actors and entertainer in the 1930s and 40s era. The people of Rochdale used to fondly call her Our Gracie. She was one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood of her time. This statue stands here as a remembrance of her achievements by the people of Rochdale. Okay, so let's move on. There you see a British flag. As I just moved here recently, whenever I see a flagpole, my mind thinks, wait, where's the Pakistani flag here? Then I realize I'm in the UK and not in Pakistan anymore. Should I go in the lawn here? I don't know what. I don't know if I'm allowed. There are things that I'm yet to find out about UK. I'll play it safe to go to the tiled space in front of the town hall. My naivety is the reason I won't be taking any drone shots here today, as I lack the knowledge of the permissions, but I'll make sure I know next time. This looks like a monument. Let's go and check it out. This is Rochdale's cenotaph. This is a war memorial built to honor the fallen soldiers of Rochdale in the two world wars. This was built in 1922 and stands 33 feet tall. It was built using granite and is a Grade 1 listed heritage site, which is the highest ranking that can be given to any monument. To know more about it, I talked to Paul, who told me about the significance of the place. Let's hear him out. How are you? Good?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to explore. Is this a war memorial?
It's a cenotaph, so every year people come and mark their respects to the dead of the two world wars. So they'll lay wreaths all around here.
Yeah.
Wreaths, poppies and everything.
Yeah.
All around here.
Do you have anybody that you knew?
My dad was he was a paratrooper in the Second World War, and he was in a glider going to Arnhem, and it got bombed. His glider got hit. And there was only 4 of them got out of his aircraft because he was by the hatch. 4 of them bailed out, but they were nowhere. He was way away from Arnhem. But then he got captured and he was a prisoner of war for 4 years.
I kept chatting with Paul and his wife for over half an hour. They were from the Isle of Man. But then I realized that darkness was setting in and I need to end this here and get home. My first experience vlogging was great and I had a very good day. I hope that you liked the journey and the history I showed you in this video. I am very excited to start this vlog and I am full of anticipation for what's to come. Next time we will explore the Pingote Quarry Waterfall in Crompton Moor and also explore the town of Shaw, which is right next to Rochdale. If you like what you saw, please like and share the video. Also, if it's not too much of a hassle, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below, as it will keep the channel alive and engaging. I'll see you in the next vlog. Until then, may God be with you and thank you for watching.